on the stage, and they're about to give us just a little taste of what you will hear tonight. And then I'll come back, I'll introduce myself, and we're going to just start. Okay, gentlemen, 2 minutes. I am one of the trustees in this lovely library, so I'm very happy that you all are here. Thank you so much for some of you who have come very far. I see some Hempstead folks here. I see some Baldwin people here, so this is really awesome. I thank you very much, and for all of our Haitian community that's here, moi merci en ville parce qu'on vient là à soir. C'est un bel bagage pour nous tous rencontrer ensemble. Nom c'est Mimi Pierre Johnson et par contre combien nous-mêmes qui t'entendons les samedis, Radio 89.9 FM et Radio Créole, c'est Mimi. qui compte parler avec vous, m'a souhaité que nous détendre ça samedi. And also, I did make an announcement, and for those of you who are not registered to vote, we have registration forms, because you know that's my thing. So we have registration forms out there for you to register. If you can't do it, we'll translate for you, because it's very important for the immigration, for the immigrants of our communities that are American citizens to register to vote, okay? So I'd like to thank Legislator Carrié Solages, because of him, we continue to keep the culture and bringing everyone together, and he's part of the reason that we are here, along with Assemblywoman Solages. But Legislator, please come and welcome everyone, and we'll continue the program. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. Bonsoir. It is so great to have you here tonight. Thank you so much for being here on the last night of Black History Month. We're here celebrating all of our beautiful Black cultures, and today we're also celebrating the Haitian culture. It's very important that we came together as a community to really emphasize the positive elements of our culture, of what makes up who we are. As you may know, unfortunately, earlier this year, there were some very derogatory remarks, which I will not even repeat, made by our president, that were very un-American, that were very unbecoming of any leader, especially any leader of a country made up of immigrants. And so, rather than let that negative energy be out there and sometimes allowing us subconsciously to bring ourselves down and to us think low of ourselves, I wanted for us as a community to come together so that we can have a positive response. Because you can't cancel negative with negative, you must cancel negative with positive. And I know that if there's something that that individual does not like, it must be something great, right? It must be something great. And so I would like to let you know that this is not just one event, but this is a series of events that we're going to have, in which we're going to show the positive side of our community, the positive side of our culture, and we're going to continue to represent ourselves in the positive light that we deserve to. There's a very, I'm a student of history. That's what I studied when I went to college at Georgetown. And a very important quote by Frederick Douglass, and I mention this, of course, because it is Black History Month, and the quote by Frederick Douglass says the following: "We should not forget that the freedom you and I enjoy today, that the freedom," this was written in 1893, that the 800,000 colored people enjoy in the British West Indies, the freedom that has come to the colored race the world over is largely due to the brave stand taken by the black sons of Haiti 90 years ago. Frederick Douglass said that on the lecture on Haiti in 1893 at the World Columbian Exposition in Chicago. And that is very important. Douglass, as you know, was the ambassador to Haiti. He made many visits to Haiti in his consulate position, and he had a deep appreciation for the country as the first and only nation to ever successfully revolt against slavery. And as a former enslaved person himself, Douglass was inspired by Haiti's revolutionary ways and credited its people as a model for the African Americans as they fought their own battle for freedom and equality. Douglass also highlighted Haiti's beauty despite its fragile political and economic state, which he believed had seen better days. I find it quite interesting and quite ironic that President Trump was pointing the finger at Haiti and blaming itself for its own conditions, when the United States, of course, had a role in that as well. And I brought initially a speaker to come here tonight, Mr. Jonathan Katz, who unfortunately canceled, but I think that nevertheless, we should continue with this event because we have a lot of other great speakers and some great performances. We have a great performance by Miss Sky, which you'll see. She brought her brand here tonight. And also another wonderful set of performances by Alan Carrié, which some of you like a lot of his music. I remember one of the first Creole songs, compas songs I liked was a song by Carrié. It's called C'est pas pour da. And that song is still in my head. I mean, it's a catchy tune, and he's going to perform that tonight. And I'm glad to have him. I would like to, the Assemblywoman, Michaelle Solages, is on her way. She's on her way from Albany. She was in Albany since Sunday, making sure that our community is represented in the halls of power in Albany, and she's on her way. She'll be here shortly. After the performances, during the performances, we're going to have several key leaders from our community to talk about the beauty of Haiti, and then we're going to have a panel discussion in which we're going to answer several important questions. I'm very fortunate to have these individuals from our community to be discussing these important topics. We have, of course, the President and Director of HAFALI, Haitian American Families of Long Island, Michaelle, here. She'll be speaking. We have Marcia Leroche, who's here. Please stand up. Thank you. We have Goodwill Ambassador Hugh Sanan, who's on his way. And we also have, I call Professor and Dr. Etienne Telemann, who's here also. And he's going to be talking about the importance of architecture in Haiti. A lot of important topics we'll be discussing. And at 8:30, an hour from now, we're going to have some great Haitian food in the cafeteria in the back, okay? So we're going to have a great time here tonight. I would like to introduce and mention our sponsors. I would like to first recognize Mr. Franz Condé from MPM Marketing Promotion. Please stand up, Mr. Franz. Great young Haitian professional from our community who is here tonight, who's been supporting our community. And I'm very glad to have him. Thank you so much, Franz, for making this event a success. I would also like to thank the Muslim community of Nassau County who also donated to this event. I would also like to thank a local hero, a local medical professional, and a person that employs many people from Alman. I love him for that. Dr. Beeg, Dr. Thomas Beeg, thank you so much for being a sponsor for tonight. One of the many Haitian professionals from our community. I think that if all the Haitian medical professionals were to go on strike, half of the hospitals in New York City would be shut down. Also, I would like to thank Karen Shepard HHC Agency. Please stand up. I had Michelle here before, and she'll speak briefly. But they provide many great services in the community. Thank you so much to our sponsors. Recently I saw the great movie Black Panther. How many people saw that movie Black Panther? And during that movie, they were talking about Wakanda. Wakanda, as you know, is a fictional city. It's known, state. According to the movie, it was known to be one of the poorest countries, but in the movie they exposed how, due to vibranium, it was actually one of the richest countries and one of the most powerful countries. And when I heard that movie, I was like, wait, they're talking about Haiti! I was like, wait, are they talking about Haiti? Because as we know, they may say that Haiti is one of the poorest countries, but I dispute that, and we're going to talk about that here tonight. But we all know Haiti is powerful and beautiful because it has one of the greatest elements, its people. People, yes, who are complex, of course, but people who have so many great layers to them, and such a caring heart and passion. I mean, I've seen Haitian people read a phone book with such passion. But great people who make up this district. And tonight, yes, we're talking about Haiti, but it's not just about Haiti. We could have another event about Mexico or about Pakistan, all the beautiful countries that represent this great district, which is the Ellis Island of Long Island. And we all are great. And so we can never allow anyone to make us inferior without our consent. That's Eleanor Roosevelt that said that. We cannot allow others to define us and just capture who we are as a people. We must define ourselves as a people, and not to respond with negativity, but respond with positivity. I would like to bring forward, well, after I guess you make the Haitian National Anthem, I'm gonna get back on the microphone and I'm gonna introduce you to someone very special. But at this point, I'd like to bring forward Maurice Emmanuel, who will do the Haitian National Anthem. Oh, okay, yes.
Never give a politician a microphone. Can we please, we didn't do this, but can we please stand up and give a pledge, and then we will have my I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now we will hear Maggie's with the Haitian.
And just Maggie, you all need to join me. Right? Pour le pays, pour les ancêtres, marchons unis, dans le roi, point de traître, du sang, soyons seuls maîtres. Marchons unis, marchons unis pour le pays, pour les ancêtres. Marchons, marchons, marchons unis pour le pays, pour les ancêtres, pour Haïti, pays ancêtres. Yo c'est pour nous marcher, mais non la mer, non mi-temps, pas fait pour guettre, nous fait pour nous mettre, nous en nous marcher, mais non la mer pour Haïti, car vie plus belle, en nous, mettez ensemble pour Haïti, au nom de tous ancêtres, yo nous gon drapeau, tant que tout peuple, yo c'est pour nous remettre, travail pour lui, c'est pas cadeau, blanc, t'es fait nous, c'est sans ancêtres, nous yo qui découlé, en nous kembe drapeau nous pour l'autre pays qu'à respecter en nous mettez ensemble drapeau si là c'est nom tout haïtien.
Wasn't that beautiful? Sit down, thank you. Sit down. I would also like to thank another sponsor, that is Congressman Gregory Meeks, who is on his way. I'd also like to recognize Patricia Lespinasse, who has been very instrumental in addressing many concerns. Many times my office received phone calls regarding individuals, for example, one of their families died and one of the family members needs a visa in order to visit the United States, and they have to make an immediate short-term visit to the consulate. And so I refer them to Patricia Lespinasse, and each and every time their concerns are addressed and other immigration concerns. So if you could just stand up, Patricia Lespinasse, so the audience knows who you are. She is one of the main staffers for the congressman who's on his way. And I want to thank you so much and thank the congressman for his sponsorship for this event. Thank you again. This is a great event. I'm so glad that so many people are here tonight. I would also like to recognize and bring forward another elected official of Haitian descent, and that is Ms. Valerie Cartwright. If you could please come forward. She came all the way from Suffolk County. We stamped her passport. Patricia helped me with that. We stamped her passport, and here she is. She represents a district in Suffolk County, and I've known her for a very long time. A very qualified, very strong legal professional. She's an attorney. I've learned a couple of things from her. I remember once in court, about 7 years ago, she helped me out on a case, was telling me what to do to help out some tenants whose rights were being abused. So I want to give the microphone to you, and so you can make a couple remarks.
Good evening, family. I'm happy to be here. My comments are going to be very brief. It brings me great pleasure to come across the island to support my Haitian brother and my Haitian sister in politics, and to make sure that we're pouring into our Haitian community the way that we should. Legislator Solages said it very clearly that we need to combat this hate, basically with love. We need to make sure that we put out positivity and not negativity. It is our job to change the narrative that's here in this country and let people know and remind them of the contributions that we as Haitians have made and continue to make here in the United States. So all of us elected officials, there are about 50 or so Haitian American elected officials across the country, came together about 4 weeks ago. We came together about 4 weeks ago in Florida under the National Haitian American Elected Official Network, and came together and talked about how we can help to uplift our people here in this country, and how we can give back to Haiti, and how we can fight the discrimination that is happening against the Haitians here in the United States. So we look forward to continuing to work for you, whatever community we belong to, given that I'm all the way on the other end of Suffolk County. But l'union fait la force, and that's why we're all here together. Thank you for having
That is correct. I just want you to know that your representatives, whether it be in the state, the local branch of government, and also on the federal level, we all are putting our heads together and we're actually initiating a plan of action on these very important issues. For example, myself and several other immigration attorneys are currently engaging in a class action lawsuit. We're seeking plaintiffs, people who are on TPS, which, as you know, may expire in July of next year, and we're looking for plaintiffs in which we will have in a case against the federal government. And in addition, Yvette Clarke, our congresswoman from Brooklyn, has proposed legislation that will allow TPS recipients to have a permanent status. So there are solutions being implemented, and I want you to know that we're working very hard to address this issue, because I get the phone calls at my office, and I get the calls of concern and people who are absolutely terrified and worried that come July of next year there's going to be a roundup, and their children are, their education and their lives are at stake. It is real. It is real. Although you may not see it on CNN, it is real. It is there. And it's causing a general panic, a panic in which is causing people to live in such of a subculture where they don't want to participate in public events because they're scared that there might be a roundup. And that is not what America should be about. And so I just want you to understand that there is a network of professionals working hard on these issues, and you're welcome after the event during the dinner portion to ask me questions and my staff questions about this. But also on the local level, there's a lot that we can do. There are many organizations in our community that do a lot of great work. For example, HANA is here, Haitian American Nurses Association. Let's give them a round of applause. They do a lot of great work in our community. You're going to hear about an organization that Mimi has started and that she's working together. We have also a lot of friends who we call Haitian by association, people who are Haitian in essence because of the love they have for our country. And I want to thank and recognize one of them, that's Mr. George Ciberone. This individual right here in Hempstead runs a community center and a nonprofit organization that helps many Haitians. Although they provide a lot of services for the Latino community, many Haitian people come to that center and they get the help they need. And I want to thank you so much for all that you've done for the Haitian community. Thank you, George. Always a friend. We have so many great individuals here tonight, like Jocelyn Mayas, who's here, raise your hand. People call her radio station and they get immigration help. People like Marie Fouché in Brooklyn, through the church, through the Bishop's on Saint-Louis, they do so many great acts of humanity in the community. I recognize you and I salute you and I thank you so much. It is your actions that inspire the next generation to do a lot more, and we're trying to reach that level of perfection, but on the way we're going to grab excellence and do the best we can do to help people. So thank you for what you have done. I would like to give the microphone back to Mimi Pierre-Johnson, because like she said, don't give a microphone to a lawyer and a politician. We have a lot of other great speakers, and we're on a tight schedule. So Mimi, if you can come forward, and we're gonna start with some of the speakers, okay?
I always like to talk about my organization. And I see Donna Raphael that's here, who is the Executive Director of Family Children Services. And I know you help a lot of the young Haitian Americans that are here, living here. So I'm not going to keep saying anything because I'm going to miss someone and you're going to get mad at me, and I'm looking for more and more friends. So, I'd like to say that, President Trump gave us a gift. Really, he did. By saying what he said about the Haitian community, he woke some of us up, and it made us want to organize some more. And since I spent the most 20 years of my life organizing here on Long Island, I was out there, for those of you who had $15 an hour, I slept and laid on the street in Times Square for you. So those are the kind of grassroots activities and organizing that I have done. And I like to say that God gave me an opportunity now to organize in the Haitian community 100%, since I'm no longer doing that with my previous organization. I have an organization, the Elma Cultural Center. That is the organization that I will bother you to knock on doors, to talk about our issues, and to mobilize our community. But then we also have to remember about our elected officials too. So we need to also organize politically. You know what happens in Miami? You know what happened in, not Valley Stream, I always say Valley Stream, but Spring Valley. You know how they're mobilizing. It's time that New York does the same, not just in Brooklyn, but on Long Island. We are suffering on Long Island as immigrants, and it's time that we actually know how to organize and, you know, speak our language, keep our culture, but we have to embrace everyone because we need to help each other. So that's what the organizations is about. And you could also listen to my rant every Saturday morning on Radio Creole, along with Jocelyn Mayas on Sundays, because that's what we have to do. We have to do that. We have to organize. We have to work with each other. That's what tonight is about. You could be doing something else, but you come here tonight, and it's really, really important. So that's all I'm going to say about myself. But I don't know if our singer is ready. Soul artist, Shirley Scott. I don't know if she's ready, but she's I listened to her, I said, oh my goodness. She's a mix between all of our soul sisters here in America and a little bit of our Creole. So I can't wait to hear that. Is she ready?
She's not going to make it now. We're going to have some speakers. She wanted some time.
She wanted some time?
Yeah.
Not a problem. I can do everything on the fly. So, okay. So we're going to have speakers first. So a lot of our issues that we talk about, whether it's education, immigration, whatever those issues are, you always need someone to lead those conversations. And so we're going to have Marie. She's going to speak a little bit about her organization. And then we're going to get into, I think all of our speakers should come up right now and have a seat. All of you could come. Our ambassador is here, and he, you know, once you meet Ambassador Sanon, you'll never forget him. If for nothing else, the man is sharp. Oh, do we have enough seats? Yes. So this is really important. If there's anyone here, and don't be shy, that needs translation, just let us know, okay? So some of us speak both languages, so we'll go back and forth. But if you wanted to sit in a corner somewhere together, I would be more than happy to translate for you. If not, let's just enjoy each other tonight in these conversations, because it's important to have. Maris?
Merci, thank you. First, I want to say thank you to Legislator Carrié Solages and Assemblywoman Solages for making this opportunity for us. Mimi said we got a gift. I would prefer a gift in a different package. But I would say every opportunity, everything, when you have a crisis, it's an opportunity to make it something that bigger than the shock that it gives you. So tonight I'm delighted to be here to represent a family, Haitian American family of Long Island, who has been around on Long Island since 1995. Because even in 1995, we realized that there were needs that our community had that needed to be addressed on Long Island. And we have been serving Nassau and Suffolk County, providing family services and doing using different strategies for community development, as well as going to Haiti at least twice a year for mission. So, moi content là avec nous, représenter AFALI, une organisation à but non lucratif qui a travaillé à la communauté depuis 23 ans. Et c'est depuis longtemps ça, nous avons vu que la communauté haïtienne, non seulement nous avons déjà besoin, mais nous avons vu que ça privé plus loin. Et AFALI, depuis 23 ans, ça, nous servons ni dans Nassau, ni dans Suffolk. Nous avons service pour famille, tout l'âge, petit monde, grand monde, monsieur, fille, garçon, et au niveau service social, et nous travaillons tout pour le développement communautaire, et nous allons en Haïti au moins 2 fois par année. Tonight we are here to celebrate Black History Month, and we call our celebration Haiti is Beautiful. When I think of Haiti, as a Haitian American, who has been in the States from 1970, and who, by the grace of God, is living my dream of giving as much as I can to Haiti by going there 4 or 5 times a year. I look at the circle of life that I live in those 47 years, 48 years soon, in 2018, as a Haitian American who stay connected to its roots. Whatever I learned when I was a kid, they give me a hard time to speak French, don't speak Creole, don't do this, don't do that. As a professional social worker who will start with me in my personal development and helping others to understand who you are and accept and embrace the good and the bad. Many times when I'm thinking about us and I'm hearing the negativity that sometimes we put on us, I said no, stop it. Because we have too much to be proud of that we can mobilize around to be who we are. So, assoyant, c'est vraiment un plaisir pour moi et moi content pour nous. Parce que comme haïtien qui ici depuis longtemps, puisque depuis 70 et vous pouvez un peu dans nous là, si vous demandez combien de monde qui ici depuis 40 ans, levez même moi. 40 years. How many have been here in 20 years about? 20 ans. Tout le monde qui est même nous. Ok? Combien de monde qui a 5 ans ici? How many have been here 5 years only? Okay? So whether you are here 5 years, 10, 20, 30, 50 years or more, what we have in our core as Haitian American, whether you were born in Haiti or you are like my children and some of yours who are born here, or you were born in Canada, you were born in France, in Africa, wherever that the Lord has chosen for you to be born, that Haitian piece in you that make us who we are is very important to nurture and continue to promote the great country that we are tied with. So tonight, Black History Month has a lot of value for us growing up in the United States. Today, number 45 forced thing to come out. But you know, living on Long Island, the second or third most segregated place in the US. You know what it is? From Elmont to the Hamptons, north to south, many of us here, your children, your mother, your father, whoever it is, experience on a daily basis. In our churches, yes, in our churches, Catholic, Baptist, by the name of God, using the Bible, okay? But when you know who you are, and you know, you feel it in your heart, not to accept anyone to bring that negativity on you, you can stand up anywhere and to anyone. And what's very important is not to let fear or intimidation or anything keep you in the negative. So tonight, you are all here to be reminded you have it in you. Tout ça besoin dans vous-même pour faire pas peur. Les hommes ont dit vieux tintin sur vous-même, sur le pays, pour faire pas peur parler. Et pour prendre temps, on dit ça vous dire. Parce que ça qui est très important pour nous, et c'est ça qui fait nous encourager nous comme législateur Solages dit, c'est pas seul aujourd'hui que nous avons rencontré. Parce que nous avons 2 voies pour nous continuer, pour nous faire tout ça nous capables, ni pour nous aujourd'hui, ni pour les jeunes qui sont déjà rentrés dans le service là, parce que nous avons cheveux blancs, puis les jeunes qui sont déjà rentrés dans le service là, après. I want to acknowledge Afali's chairperson tonight who's here. Yes. Mont, stop sitting with that love. There's no shyness, okay? Every one of you, if you have a mission, or if you know your mission, it's a vocation. Live it every day, everywhere you are. Sometimes you might be called a troublemaker. Sometimes you might be called contentious. Analyze what is said to you. Because sometimes maybe you're really overboard. But don't let the words that they send to you become you. Analyze them, reflect on them. If you have to make some adjustment, do it, but continue. So I will pass the mic, because you know, all of us could talk like forever. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. So yeah, so you don't give a politician, you don't give an organizer. So I'm looking at the time and I want to make sure that everybody enjoys themselves, ask some, real important question and get the meat of what we are here for tonight. So I'm going to ask that, our esteemed panel, just introduce yourself real quick so that we can get into what you do and how, because I would love to hear some of the questions that you have out there too in reference to those of us that are here tonight. It's 7:54. At 8:30, Legislator, I believe that's when we're going to mingle together and eat some great Haitian food. So we want to do things rather quickly. Professor?
Good evening everybody, bonsoir tout le monde. Nom c'est Etienne Télémac, moi suis éducateur et en même temps je suis urbaniste. Donc j'ai une considération à faire sur tout ça qui a un rapport avec la culture haïtienne en général. Ensuite, moi j'ai plus que 30 ans de me faire radio ici. Je parler de littérature, m'organiser des séances littéraires, me faire séances sur architecture dans le musée d'art de Queens. Donc moi directement plongé dans la culture haïtienne, tout ça c'est mieux. Je viens là parce que je reçois une invitation. Oh,
I'm not going to forget my English speakers.
Okay, I will make a summary.
Yes.
Je viens là pour me parler d'un sujet qui est bizarre, first place, mais qui make sense. Architecture, son symbole, en même temps son symptôme. L'homme dit ça, architecture is a symbol or a symptom. Si on regarde l'histoire Haïti, est venu avec un pile de documentation visuelle, forme de carte postale, pour montrer différents aspects de l'architecture en Haïti, et aussi Haitian landscape. On va parler de l'histoire haïtienne en utilisant une métaphore architecturale. Merci.
Applaudis mes amis, applaudis-les. Each of them. Thank you very much. My name is Hugues Sanon. I'm a Goodwill Ambassador and Ambassador for Geography World. We are in 165 countries. I've traveled the whole world, care for the poor, feed the hunger, and help everybody that is in need. So tonight I'm going to speak about the humanitarian part and why everybody tried to help Haiti and yet we are still poor. Thank you very much.
Good evening everyone, my name is Michaelle Carrié. As you know everybody, I'm in the airline industry and I'm here tonight to talk about Haiti, beautiful Haiti that I love very much. So I'm here tonight to speak about Haiti.
Okay, so when Legislator Solages told me that he was going to do this, it was supposed to show, because it happened right after the negative things that were said about Haiti. Tout problème qui gagne, yo mette sous dos Haïti. Tout ça que yo te dit sous nous, yo mette sous dos Haïti. So, aswaya, le Legislator Solages te dit pour ça que te va faire ça aswaya. C'est pour te montrer beauté Haïti, beauté culture là. Et puis ensuite, pour panel là, pour nous parler de qui j'en nous a avancé. Parce que parler de problèmes et sans nous gagner une façon pour résoudre ici, avant nous-mêmes qu'à aider Haïti. So nous réunis pour grand ici, pas vrai? So while we, are thinking about the negative things they always put on our backs as, an immigrant country, immigrants and Haiti, what Legislator Solages wanted to do tonight was not just to show the beauty of Haiti, the beauty of our culture, but also when we are here together, not just Haitians, but everybody together, how do we move forward? So that the immigrants that are here, not only we give our contribution, but what do we do to keep our culture, continue to be strong, and ask these hard questions. Why is it that Haiti is still in the condition that it is? And how is it that us here, the diaspora, can continue to help Haiti while we are here, working together, not just Haitians, but all of us that are here tonight. So, you know, we have Marius who has Hafali that's been here for over 20 years, helping seniors, helping in so many different ways, organizing. We have our professor that's here, who's passionate about architecture, who he just explained. I know some of you didn't understand, but what he's talking about is architecture is very important to a community. It's important to a group of people because it explains who you are. And so he has many things here that reflects Haiti that no one talks about. Is it the 9th wonder of the world is in Haiti, the Citadel? If you want to realize how anyone built a castle in the mountains, really? So these are the type of things that no one knows about. So we're going to continue to talk about how important it is, and the ambassador is going around the world trying to stop drugs and feed the hungry. And so we have, you know, our travel person who understands about all of these beautiful things in Haiti. So the first question I would like to you know, any one of you can say it, based on what your specialty is. How do you see the Haitian community embracing the beauty of the country, not just that you left home, but here in America? Qui j'en ouè Haïti, beauté Haïti, problème qui gagne Haïti, qui j'en ouè li, joun ap viv kounye, et nous-mêmes qui ici, qui j'en nou ka aide pour avancer?
Okay, since I'm the first speaker, I'm going to relate to this question by saying one thing. The architecture of Haiti is important. I bring here some pictures. Oh, sorry. I bring here a number of pictures that reflect the creativity of Haitians. You see, this is the cathedral. This cathedral was built by a Haitian architect who studied in France, and I'm sure in this room, very few people know about his name and about his work. Non, monsieur, c'est Léon Marton. Quand il y a des gens qui sont dans le pays, parti dans le pays, qui connaît la famille Marton. Léon Marton, c'est lui qui fait la cathédrale. La cathédrale là, actuellement, dans une situation difficile, il ne peut pas restaurer. Le gouvernement n'a pas mettre aucune disposition pour restaurer, donc nous risquons de perdre. Même si nous perdu la citadelle Henri. Parmi tout le peuple dans les Caraïbes, c'est Haïti qui premier érigé un monument pour défendre l'indépendance nationale à la suite de la colonisation européenne. Par exemple, le peuple qui a réalisé ça dans les Caraïbes. Haiti is #1 in that area. Ça, c'est l'architecture de dentelle de bois. Gingerbread architecture. Architecte qui était bâti, c'était eux trois qui étaient en France en même temps. Ils ont fini diplômé, ils ont tourné en Haïti, puis leur arrivé dans le pays, ils ont mis connaissances au service du pays. Par exemple, il a ici qu'on a ça.
So, Professor, I would love to translate.
Ça m'a dit en gros, architecture is a very important expression of culture. We need to take care of our buildings. We build them when they are affected by climate or other factors, but we need to really keep an eye on our architectural beauties. Thank you.
One thing that you said that was very important. The architects that went to Paris to study, they didn't stay there. They went back to Haiti, put their heads together, and they built some of those buildings, like the gingerbread style housing. So here is an important thing, right? You go away, you leave your country, you learn, and you come back and you help. And so that's the missing link that I think, anyway, in my opinion, but we can talk about that later. Ambassador?
Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. There are two things we can do tonight. We can spend some time talking about our past, and we can also spend time focusing on the present. We all know that we are the first black country independent in the world. We all know that we start the revolution in 1791, and we know that we defeat the strongest army in November 1803, and 1804 we proclaim our independence. We do know that. We also know that we have the Jew, we have Venezuela. We also know that around 1779 we sent up to 500 special force to help the US fight for its freedom. We can spend time talking about Jean-Baptiste Fabre, the founder of Chicago. We can talk about Pierre Toussaint, who did so much in New York City. We can talk about Carrié Michaelle Solages, Matthew Eugene, and many people in my border who's running for Congress. But we can also talk about what are we doing now. We made history, and then we still called the poorest country in the world. We were among the 50 states that created United Nations in 1945 after the World War II. But there is that hypocrisy. Que hypocrisie ça contre Haiti. Now, what we need to understand is that when we start the revolution, and before we started, when we were slaves, ça qu'on a fait, c'est que ils étaient cachés derrière et ils étaient mis moi-même à coup qui a abusé, qui a pas haïtien pareil. And then we becoming to hate each other. This is what we need to understand, and this is what we need to work on now to see how we can be strong. Now, we already know that we have the stronger history. We have culture, we have mango, we have cacao, we have gold, we have cotton, we have all these things, but yet, Kassav Junior, nous qui tout bagay sa yo, mais mimi, nous voyons que hypocrisie ça, et ouais, tremblement de terre passé, there are about $13 billion ways to rebuild Haiti, and yet after 8 years we still ask ourselves, where did the money go? Nobody want to spend the money. They sent up to 4,000 NGO in Haiti. They spend the money here and there. C'est moi-même, ou même. It is me and it is you to sit down together to see how we can team up and help our beloved country. If we wait for the United Nations, if we wait for the UN, for the G7 or G20, Haiti will never build. Now, why we cannot get along? Why we do not have a Haitian bank in New York?